Legion video. I actually did one for auras because I had never done that, and that was actually something that I struggled with when very first starting with Legion. So hopefully that video helped you guys, and then we are here with a split video. So something that is very nice to help you do better with your entire team. So,
welcome
with splitting,
Nova.
There are a few ways to do it, and obviously it is based on what units that you get and how you want to build your team. But overall, you always want to split, because if you build your team, you know, like this, and there's just, you know, there's essentially just one path for the wave to come down, you know, that can sometimes be good because everybody is focused on, you know, who comes first and what's coming, and depending on your team that can sometimes be alright, but 99% of the time that is not what you want to do. What you want to do is split the wave, and splitting the wave is, I mean, it's kind of exactly how it sounds. You want to take half the wave on the left, take half the wave on the right. So what you want to do is build essentially your better team, the team that you want to, or the units that you want to survive longer, that are more of your carries, that can do much more damage and sustain and help your team on the left. And the reason for that is because when the enemies or the AI or whatever you're playing against, or whoever you're playing against, send mercenaries that aren't backline units, so not a lizard, not four eyes, everybody that runs up on you like dinos, brutes, snails, whatever, 9 out of 10 units are all the time going to go to your right or their left. So you want to build your team, I may have said on the right, but I meant you want to build your carries and everybody that is going to do the most on the left, because you want to be able to help your team sustain as long as possible. You want to kill as much of the wave and as much of the sins as you can, while obviously keeping your team alive and losing as few units as possible. Because if you do end up leaking, you want it to be as small as percentage as possible. So something like a split, so let's just go like this. So 9 times out of 10 you want to build the split on about the same line. You can build it, you know, maybe half of one up, you know, maybe half of one over here. It will still split, but try to get it as close as possible as you can, because the further you go up or the further you go down, the less likely it is that the wave actually splits. So, just so you kind of see it, what's going to happen is they're going to come out and they automatically split. So now my carries and everybody will run through this team, while hopefully my right side holds for as long as they can. So if we send, let's say, some units like that, and I will just try to beat up some. Just do that just in case, because we're being sent a lot. So what's going to happen again is that it's going to split, but you should see almost all of these mercenaries go to the right. Now, some did go to the left because that's how they came out, but that's what you want over here. So my right side held for a decent amount of time. My left side killed most of the wave before the right side even came over. So if we have somebody that is an Eternal Wanderer, and let's see if we can sell and build. Okay, we can't build in time, so we have to play. So because we're going to be building back here,
For the tribes.
it should. Oh, I didn't say. Okay. Well, still, the wave comes out as a split already. You just saw that, how all of these hoppers came out. So basically, the idea is you want your left side to kill their half, and your right side to hopefully kill their half. If they do, that's awesome. But if not, you obviously want, you just don't want everybody attacking your frontline units all at once. That's essentially what splitting is benefiting from. So we got sent a lot, and they come out like this, and they split a little bit bad, but that's essentially the goal, because my left side over here is stronger than my right, and they're getting through the wave much faster. Kind of, actually, not by much. But that's kind of how you want it to look like. Or you want, you know, their half, so let's sell this holy. And if we go, so the split was a little bad because it's a boss wave. But that's essentially what you want. You want the units to hold each side as much as possible. So, they took half the wave, and this one guy took the other half. So he's just holding as long as he can, if not dying. If he wasn't Holy Avenger, he would have probably been dead. And then the left side will kill. So if I get somebody that's gonna die quickly. Oops. So this warg is gonna die awfully fast. But this side is holding, killing its job, doing the wave, and then this wave comes over. Now, if you can think about how that would have been so much worse for my entire team had the entire wave come head on to me, instead of me essentially killing half the wave with this side and then dealing with the other half after. It gives this team more time to kill their half of the wave. This team, or this side split, can hopefully do some damage, get some kills even. So that is how you would like to do it. Now, different units, obviously, such as Tempest. Oops, I have to play, sorry. Because Tempest is a ranged unit, we can go, oh my gosh, up here. I'll show you that it will still split because these guys will be attacking them first, but this is the first unit that's actually going to be hit. So it didn't split that much because of what I did, but when you're thinking about building, you can still put ranged units in front of your melee units and it will still work. Now, because I put them up so much front of the warg that they didn't really split, and it's a little bit more difficult. We'll see if it will look a little bit better. I'll put gate guard half of one up.
My helmet is heavy metal.
But it'll still split a teeny tiny bit, but that's more of just unit placement. That's not so much me actually trying to split the wave. But as you can see, it still somewhat does split. Not very much at all because of how far up I put these units. But if I would place, you know, Berserker or Bunk over here, We'll do wave 9 again. And this should actually split this up. So try to make it as even as possible. A little bit different, really just varies upon who you have built. But that is the benefit to building, because, or splitting I should say, because if we just do
Welcome to Nova.
if we do
Fear the
just a
light.
bunch of units out in front, there is not going to be a split. They're just going to come right down the middle. They might kind of, you know, like you see here, because of how we built them and because the wave still comes as a split naturally, that there might be a little bit, but overall it's all going to be straight down the middle. And you're, once this frontline unit, you know, let's
This will be a blast.
so what's gonna happen? Not really a split, but instead of, if I would have split, it would have been less units on each team, and then once they get through your front line like they just did, it's going to wreck your back line. So if you feel like you can hold with your front line and it's good, and you feel like it's beneficial to build that way for your team, or you just want to generally, then go for it.